and we have an amazing guest in the studio this morning.
Hey.
It's Emma G. And I've just been chatting with her before we went on the air. And I mean, what an amazing life. We're lucky to have you here in Washington, D.C. now. You've come from New Zealand. And I have a special place for New Zealand because my mom's from New Zealand.
Yeah.
My brother's in New Zealand and family.
Everybody's different. How serendipitous.
Yeah. Do people say, some people in America say, well, where's New Zealand? Or they think it's some weird place?
It depends on what state I'm in.
Yeah.
I've actually been very happily surprised by how many people know about New Zealand and know how much, I know a lot about New Zealand. A rugby team. Flight of the Conchords, obviously.
Yes, fantastic.
Our Prime Minister having made waves in New Zealand, being the third female Prime Minister, and she's currently pregnant. So that's made waves across the country and across
Do you like
the world.
her?
She's amazing.
Okay.
One of my best friends, Chris, is really good friends with her, and she's just a phenomenal human being.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Because you actually kind of left New Zealand as a young person because of the prime minister that was elected at that point, right?
Yes.
Right, and that was about...
Well, kind of part of that. Also, I just kind of believed that it was an indication that it was time for me to grow.
Yeah.
And I live my life one meme at a time. And one of my favorite memes at the time was, if this is your comfort zone, and I'm doing a small circle with my hands for those who are listening, your comfort zone, you can live there, but the awesome stuff happens, exponentially wider than that comfort zone. So, and America was kind of that thing of okay, I've done New Zealand my entire life. I've made huge strides in this country. Where can I go to next? Because I'm a dual citizen, America made sense.
Yeah.
And it's the best decision I've made, honestly.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Wow. Because that's not easy.
Life isn't easy.
Yeah, no, that's true.
It's all what you make of it,
That's true. I'm going to ask you just to scoot over because I want this towards me because I want to make sure you're
now,
on
do you
your
still
camera.
feel this way with Trump as president? Are you as enthusiastic about your decision?
I am.
Some of us are thinking about going to New Zealand.
I know that. And I think part of it is, as a musician, I'm in a unique position because A, it's great fuel for my songwriting, and B, I've been able to see this beautiful collaboration now between communities that I don't think, when Obama was president, there was a lot of unity and it was great, but there was also, obviously there's a lot of friction boiling beneath the surface.
Yeah, we didn't get to it because it was sort of, we
Trump
were all
just
kind
peeled
of
the Band-Aid off.
okay.
Yeah.
Not all of us were okay, but we didn't. This has created, in a way, we needed Trump to push us up and to look and pull back the cover and see what is going on.
And I've been blessed to meet some really wonderful people who, have really taken that adversity and diversity to play in their favor. I don't know if you're aware of who Daryl Davis is. He's a phenomenal pianist and musician who I played the Kennedy Center with last year.
Wow.
He also goes around the country befriending and talking to Ku Klux Klan members. He's a Black American fellow, and sort of befriends these members and sort of talks to them about why they feel the way that they feel. He's up to collecting 45 robes thus far from members that has.
We need to have him on the show.
He's amazing.
Cool. I've never heard that term, collecting robes. That's a cool way to say it. No, that's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, so, but there's things like that I think this last election in America has really allowed humanity to be okay, here we are again. How could we use our powers for good?
Yeah, and I don't think that we would have had the Me Too movement or Time's Up if Trump didn't, because Trump, we started to get so, women and men, but women mostly, we started to get so angry and rightfully so. And, these kind of amazing things that these are, black swans, they call, nobody would have predicted, just coming out of nowhere all of a sudden on social media. And just the timing was right. And you wrote your latest song. Tell me about that, because that's we couldn't play it because it's not radio friendly in the morning.
It's not radio friendly, unfortunately, but you can look it up on iTunes. It's called "Soul to Take a Shot." So that was before the Me Too movement became so widely recognized. I had just moved here, and when I say I just moved here, I'm an adult, but I felt like a 17-year-old when I moved to America because this country runs and operates and acts and behaves so differently to New Zealand. And so when I came here, I just felt like a naive 17-year-old. And one such circumstance was when I was approached by an A&R, artist representative from a very well-known label in Los Angeles who wanted to sign me, which was amazing.
You must have been really excited. Like, this is a dream come true. You're in
super,
LA.
Amazing. And so we were exchanging phone calls and texts and whatnot for a few months until it came to light that he wasn't going to sign me unless I sent him naked pictures of myself, obviously to check if I'm marketable or not, in case you're wondering. And then followed it up with, inviting me to late night meetings at his hotel room. And so I was incredibly angry, to put it politely. And I played a show it was Martin Luther King Day, and I played for Black History Month, played a show at the DC Superior Court, because that's not normal.
No.
Yeah, they rarely have rock shows there.
Well, no, honestly, it was fantastic. They had a celebration of Black History Month, and you've never lived until you've seen a judge try and twerk.
That's a good venue. It's a great idea.
Yeah,
it was fantastic. But I was on my way home from this show, and I had just been to a spoken word open mic called Spit Dat the night before, and there was a woman there who was, also speaking her piece about being objectified and treated, badly by men. She's a Black American lesbian, and so I had all these emotions sort of running through me while I'm on the train, and literally in the 15-minute train ride home is when I wrote Sold, and I was in the studio the next day.
Oh my God.
Recording it. So that song means a lot to me.
Well, and to a lot of people, I think it will touch people.
Well, I'm actually I'm wearing the Takoma Radio t-shirt now.
Yes, thank you so much.
I just came out with my t-shirt line for this song 2 days ago. So it's a song, the t-shirt, says, I'm somebody's daughter.
And where can people get those?
People can go onto my Bandcamp, so emmagmusic.bandcamp.com. Otherwise, they can just message me on Instagram, again, Emma G Music, or Facebook, again, Emma G Music. Are you sensing a trend here?
Yeah.
And you're on Facebook right now, so people can comment.
Yeah. So if you want a t-shirt, they're $20.
Same prices.
So it's Emma, EMMA, and then the letter G.
Because I'm gangster.
Right, gangster. Clearly. Yes, exactly. G for gangster.
And
so, oh wow. We want to play more of your music. Michael, do you want to play another song of hers?
Yeah, now we played King for a Day before you came on. Is there a story? I suspect there's a story behind that, and then we're going to play one called Superhero. Yes,
so King for a Day was written after a conversation with a friend of mine about relationships and the roles in which we play. And this was my cheeky sort of look at reversing the typical male role in a relationship of, drawing somebody in and then burning them. And I'm like, well, hey, as a feminist, I have every capability of also burning people I'm in relationships with. Mm-hmm. So this was my tribute to that. Superhero, on the other hand, how do I put this politely for Monday morning? I was in Colorado getting a tattoo, and my tattoo artist was on probation for trying to murder somebody.
Probably a good tattoo artist.
He was fantastic.
He
did a great. This was for this one here.
Anybody, you can show it on your screen there.
Yeah.
For anybody on Facebook Live, I'm not doing it, but Emma G is doing it. So go to Emma G, right?
There's musical notes there, right?
There are. Okay. So he was. We were having a discussion about the miles and miles of paperwork that happened during probation period, and I kind of, without thinking, was like, well, isn't it wonderful that your biggest issue here is paperwork when there are people who are doing less crimes and getting murdered for it? So we ended up having this beautiful conversation about racial inequality, and voila, Superhero was born. And it's my challenge to America to, step up and be your own kind of superhero, to choose love and compassion over bigotry and prejudice.
It's a perfect song for these times. Let's hear that now. Superhero by Emma G. Okay.
Woo, cool.
You guys
I want to lower your mic so you can see.
Yeah,
your
I'm like
face.
super.
That's
That big
okay.
shadow.
Because I'm short.
Yeah. Well, no. There's a shadow on your face because I'm a photographer. So here,
Okay.
and then that's good. I just want to get you in your because you're only happy your face was in that thing. So.
Okay, after
Okay.
this song, I'm going to do a promo. They're only about 30 seconds. And then you can go back on if you guys want to do that.
Yeah, cool.
And then we can play another song from this later if you want.
You might, what, sorry?
We can play another song off this
Yeah.
later if you want.
We could do Tumbling, which also
Tumbling.
features Eli Lev.
Oh, cool.
Because Eli's my homeboy.
How do you say your last name?
Gamagamy.
Gamagamy?
Just think of the Muppets. Gamagamy.
Yeah.
Gamagamy. Gamagamy. So Himiona says hello. She's in New Zealand.
All right.
We've got.
Maybe one of your fans can request it. They can live stream at TakomaRadio.org.
Right.
Yeah, live stream right now. Listen to your Emma G.
Yes.
I got a lot of family in New Zealand.
Yes. Caesar worked with me in Connecticut.
Oh,
What time is it?
wow.
What time is it in New Zealand right now?
It's
12 that right
about midnight.
Oh, okay. David,
Aaron says, yeah, girl. Awesome interview. Awesome. Thanks, Aaron. Gifford says, the morning. And Mark, who's my partner, saying it's special seeing them the off-air banter.
The what?
The off-air banter. This is the
Yes.
exclusive.
Sometimes this is the best part of our show.
Behind the scenes.
All right, so 2 minutes in the promo, and you guys can go back.
Cool. Okay.
Will it show your Facebook Live here? Or
No, I'm on Facebook on my personal here.
Oh, personal. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there we are. You're there. Oh, that's a photo you
It's a
took.
photo.
Okay.
So what I'll be doing is I'll be taking this footage, putting it onto YouTube, and then putting that onto
How do you spell your
No.
last name again? G
H.
I'll just do some of it because that's great.
A.
I think it'll pull you up.
It should
So,
do.
guess how old her mother is?
I heard.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, sorry.
I don't know.
Nah. Aaron says, are you busking fans listening to that?
Close.
Aaron, I've taken a pause on my Mondays for a while because, especially because I did 3 shows in 24 hours over the weekend. So, even if I wasn't here right now, I wouldn't be busking today.
Is there anybody in the South Island listening on Facebook Live? In Chicago in the house?
I don't know if I have any fans in Chicago.
Probably not. There's not too many people. Well, I met the guys from Flight of the Conchords in LA.
Yeah,
I went
I'm
up
jealous.
And I said, my mom is from New Zealand. They said, oh, where? And I said, in Chicago. And then, which one? The dark-haired one, the littler one, not the.
Brett.
I forgot their names. Brett.
So,
Yeah.
Jermaine's the doctor here, and Brett's
Yeah.
the slasher.
I love both, but I love Jermaine. And then I think it was Brett or Jermaine. I can't remember. But they said I was at the in La Poubelle. I don't know, in Franklin in or Hollywood, I guess. He said, "Oh, Mick Jagger said it was the butthole of the world," and I was like,
No, that's not true. It's Gore. Gore is the.
really? Oh, good, because I was like, "Oh my god,
No,
I felt so bad." Yeah, I love them.
After the song, we do a promo for about 30 seconds, and we'll be on.
Cool.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Yes, Aaron. Self care for the win.
Oh my god, so embarrassing. Okay, I'm gonna.
Support for Takoma Radio.
Okay, you guys are on. Deborah.
Nature Lab.
Deborah.
And good morning, everybody. This is Deborah Chappie, and I'm here with Michael Causey, and you're listening to Get Up. And we're here every Monday morning from 8 to 10 a.m., and you can live stream us right now at TakomaRadio.org. We have an amazing guest in our studio, and we're going to continue the conversation with Emma G. If you want to see behind the scenes, you can go to Emma G's. Should I say this one?
I mean, you can. It's just a very difficult last name to spell.
well,
So you can go on to Emma Gamagamy, which is what the G actually stands for.
right.
So it's Emma GHA, and the first thing that will pop up will be me.
Oh, good. Yeah. Okay. So you don't do the Gamagami. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because you've got a long name, and so your name is where does that come from?
It comes from Iran.
Iran.
And the actual pronunciation is, and my throat's a bit dry, but is Raimarami. And it means the power behind the throne.
Ooh, I love that.
I think it's because my family were partially responsible for the falling of the Shah of
Wow.
Iran.
Maybe this is where you get your drive. Seriously?
Yeah, no, like literally, that's what the name means. So, I mean,
Wow.
it's crazy.
Have you been there?
No, not yet.
Okay.
The first time I really was looking at going, I was told that I wouldn't be able, because obviously I'm Persian, that if I entered the country, I wouldn't be able to exit unless my husband or my father gave me permission to leave.
It's crazy.
Which is crazy,
Yeah.
but also impossible for me at the moment because I'm not married and my father passed away 3 months ago.
Yeah, and I'm so sorry about that.
That's
It's
I mean,
yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah,
No.
right. No, I know.
It's okay. I'm not going to cry on a Monday morning. It's fine.
That's okay.
We're okay.
That's
You
okay.
can cry if you want.
Deborah's cried on.
I've cried. I did my Me Too show, and I think I was
Yeah.
which brings and so but your background, you're not just Persian. You're a mix of an amazing.
I like to say that I'm overcoming racism in one body.
You are.
So my mother is from Pennsylvania. She's white American. Her mother is from Norway and grew up in Iowa. Her father, Iranian. My father's Fijian, and I grew up in New Zealand.
Yeah, amazing.
And now I've just like completed the circle and come back to America. But
yeah,
like the movie, right?
Yeah, there'll be a movie about you. I think
maybe.
We're gonna write a book or something. And this is amazing. I mean, not only are you a talented performer, but so you wrote your first song when you were about 5 years old.
Yeah, I was like, I still am a super geek. I love education. I love learning. And my first song that I wrote, like pen to paper, was called "School is Cool." Actually, might have been done on my Macintosh computer, maybe back then. But it's called "School is Cool," and then I just kept writing and trying to perfect and record it and release my first official song, which was "I Know" about environmental awareness and homelessness.
Beautiful.
And when I was 10.
Wow. And then that got nationwide. It played all over New Zealand.
It was sold all over New Zealand.
Okay.
It got played, I think, on community stations.
Right.
Like
us.
Yeah. So.
Wow. And then at 14, you won a contest.
Yeah. So there was a national songwriting competition called Play It Strange, which I believe is still going on in New Zealand.
Wow.
And it's run by a fantastic range of humans, really well-known musicians and people in the field. Called the Play It Strange Trust. I was the first year, the inaugural year of that competition, and I came out for the country and was featured on documentaries and the news and played in the parliamentary building, and it's kind of crazy.
So you like doing gigs at government buildings?
Apparently, like seems to be a running trend, right?
But you've also been to the White House, not the current president's White House,
no.
Obama's. You played at Obama's White House.
Yep.
And you played at the Viper Room. You played at the Mint. These are all LA clubs.
We've got a town hall down the street. Maybe
Yeah.
we could hit that one.
Let's do it. We'll party on.
Whiskey A Go Go, the Kennedy Center.
Yeah.
Amazing. And
it's been crazy. It's funny because you sort of look at your life and you're like, okay, I'm not doing anything today, which means obviously I suck at life.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm failing miserably. And then somebody comes up and you're like, you do realize that you've done this, and this in the last week.
And you've been in the United States for about 4 years.
Not even 4
I'm
years. Coming up to my third year in, it'll be 3 years in about a week and a half.
Wow, it's amazing. I mean, just amazing. And just I want to say, if you're just tuning in, you're listening to Get Up with Michael Causey and Deborah Jaffe, and we're on.
We've been together for 10 years.
Yeah, 94.3 FM, and we are here with the fabulous and super talented Emma G.
We're playing some stuff off your record. See, I'm old.
It's a record. I like it.
Right.
Let's do it.
It's called Taking Flight, and you've got some other stuff coming out soon. Right?
Yeah, so I've actually just released my Mother's Day song that I wrote for my mum.
Oh, nice.
And that's on Bandcamp as well. But I'm working on a new album with some really talented musicians. I've recently established a new music collective in the D&B area called the Capital Groove Collective.
Wow.
Capital, obviously. And the great thing about that, not only are we all individual artists ourselves, but we've also are able to back each other up and support one another. So I've been able to draw on their talents, and we're all kind of working on material for my new album, which I'm not sure of the concept of it yet because I've got, I'm bleeding music at the moment, but there's a lot of exciting things happening and a lot of things going on. So
It's fantastic.
I've got some. I'm quite excited. I wrote a song for my father, so that will definitely be on the
I was
on the
thinking,
album.
yeah, I was going to ask you.
And just kind of bring it home a little bit, and a little bit more closer to home about what it's like living and working and being a musician in DC.
Yeah, which is amazing because, I think, well, when people think of music, they typically don't think of rock and pop and soul is what you do. They don't think of New Zealand, and there are a lot of good New Zealand artists out there. But
Remember a show or two back, we played stuff off something called the Great New Zealand Songbook.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Got it from my brother.
selection.
Yes.
Yeah, his brother. And some great stuff. We played 4 or 5 tracks on
Dave
that already.
Dobbin, Tim Finn,
Tim Finn, we played.
Yeah.
I'm not great. Actually, I think we played Dave Dobbin too.
Yeah.
I'm not great with the names offhand.
the Split Ends are a great band.
Yeah.
Played that one?
Yep. The Moana and the Mohunters.
Yeah, because one CD was old stuff,
Okay.
and the other CD was sort of current. This was
Okay.
4 or 5 years ago it came out. But
Again, it's amazing, like, how many people I've met who, like, how in America or in music culture, there tend to be, like, die-hard fans, like if you're a Deadhead, you're a Grateful Dead fan, right?
Yeah.
There seem to be a lot of really big Split Ends fans in Washington, D.C.
Wow.
I had no idea. like,
Hmm.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
And, of course, How Bizarre by OMC
Uh-huh.
is from New Zealand.
Wow.
Just gonna,
Yeah. Shout out to New Zealand. No, it is-
shout out to New Zealand.
It's a teeny little country.
Yeah.
And,
with more sheep than people. I mean, is that true?
It is.
that-
It totally is.
There's nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
Better than more rats or something.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
No, it's and it's pretty much newly, humans have not been living in New Zealand for that long. I mean, it's
It's about 300 years.
yeah. I
Really?
mean, remember you have that big book on New Zealand,
Sorry, I should specify that. That's when Europeans
right?
Right.
The
on New
Maoris
Zealand.
were there.
Maori have been there for centuries.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The
Excuse me.
indigenous people.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
So and then sometimes people think of DC and they think maybe they think soul music, go music,
Punk a
maybe
little
the punk in 930 Club.
I'm not gonna lie. Part of the reason why I moved here in the first place was because Dave Grohl grew up here. I'm like, yeah, punk. Wah.
Yeah, we did. He used to go to
Yeah.
Black Cat and stuff. My sister used to work there, and
Right.
she knew all those bands. And
Well, isn't he like? Oh, no, he's part owner of the 930 Club. But I knew about his relationship with Black Cat. So when I first
there's a tight,
when I first moved here, my first show that I attended was at Black Cat, and I was stoked to finally play Black Cat with the Nine Singer-Songwriter series recently with Justin Treywick. And
Wow.
just was like, okay, I'm done. We're good. Like,
yeah.
Well, he still shows up, Dave Grohl. I think he did the opening show for the Anthem, that new
yeah,
venue.
yeah.
But he still sort of pops up now and then. And I remember hearing him on an interview on another radio station 5-10 years ago. And it was a phone interview.
Mhm.
And it turned out he was in Arlington cutting his mom's grass.
Of course.
Which was the coolest thing.
I mean, that's a good songwriter, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's amazing that that's what's, DC is so international too, that you come here and you're able to add to our scene, which is still happening and it's strong. And you're making it stronger by getting musicians together, which
Thank
is
you.
amazing.
I'm trying.
And you're not too proud to, you play on the street,
Oh, that's what I think about pride. That's the thing about necessity.
Yeah.
This city needs more love.
yeah.
And I have a lot of love to give. So, and apparently, if the city has a lot of love to give as well.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of being able to tap into that vulnerability, tap into that humanity, and offer them an opportunity to hey, I'm human, you're human, let's be human together.
Yeah, because nobody
Um,
likes it. A lot of people are uncomfortable showing vulnerability, but politicians and lobbyists would be at the top of the list.
And
Being
yet,
awkward about that.
for sure, but I've still played at at politicians' houses and
Oh, really?
homes for various reasons. So yes, as a surface where we've put up these fronts, but underneath it all, it's been a really beautiful social science experiment, if nothing
Yeah.
else, to just be music brings people together, and I'm humbled and blessed to be able to be the provider of that music.
And you can change someone's it's like the vibrations go through. You can have the worst day and you listen and something hits you. You walk into in New York, a subway, and you're smelling, you're hot, you're tired, you're in a bad mood, and then you hear something and you're just elevated. You know, it doesn't matter where you are. And so for you to, you do that to people.
It's
like,
funny that you bring that up because I actually received a letter a Christmas ago from a woman who basically said that about my music. And so this tattoo here is a part tribute to her. And,
let me see.
so it's a songbird.
So I'm going to describe for the people on the radio who can't see it. It's beautiful. It's a bird made up of musical notes and lines of the paper. Wow. And that looks, what is that? That looks Maori.
That's Maori tamako that I got done by one of my Rotorua family.
Rotorua,
he was doing a New Zealand exhibition at one of the Smithsonian museums here.
Oh, so you got it done here?
Yep. And it was part of the exhibition.
Wow.
So I sat there with my sleeve up and he was hammering away and people would come by and ask questions. And so this is literally my family history and where I grew up in a tattoo.
Oh my God. Wait, so, and to people who don't know who the Maori are, Maori is Maori, right?
Correct, yep.
And tell them.
So that's the indigenous people of New Zealand. We have two official languages, English and Maori. And it's a very proud culture that's very, it's very complicated in a lot of ways. But if you have any questions, by all means, feel free to hit me up and I'll if I can't answer it, there is a huge network of wonderful New Zealand people who live in DC as well.
I got to hang out with you because, I signed up for the embassy events, but there really aren't that many. And then
not many.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We'll just make our own thing.
And the Maoris have an amazing background and beautiful culture.
Yeah.
And they were treated really badly, probably still treated really badly in some places. It's probably getting better, hopefully.
Yeah. It is getting better. There's a lot of similarities between Fijian culture and Maori culture as well.
Yeah.
So it's been good.
And so you grew up going to Fiji too, or which is oh my God, beautiful, beautiful water and beaches but it's got its side of it too that it can be a tough place for locals.
It depends on who you're asking,
right?
Really, and it depends on your financial status.
Yes,
there's a whole bunch of things, but I think from a Western perspective, yes. Fiji can be a difficult country it can be quite confronting.
Mm-hmm.
But if you take away what you imagine the world is like and just live in the moment, Fijian people are some of the happiest and most content people you'll ever meet because all you need really at the end of the day is community and shelter, food and love.
Yeah.
So anyways, I think we're going to another song. Is that correct?
Well, we're here with Emma G. One
Yes.
thing that I've been waving.
Sorry, I've been staring at you.
That's why I poked you in the shin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
New Zealand, we know each other well enough to do this a lot. But we're here with Emma Jean, New Zealand musician. She played yesterday at the Takoma Park Porch Festival. And she's played at most government
And you had a couple concerts
installations.
yesterday.
Yeah.
God. No, Saturday. It was Saturday. Sunday.
It was Saturday. Yeah, Sunday was my rest day. But Saturday Friday night was the grand launch of the Capital Groove Collective.
Wow.
And then so I didn't get home until 2. And then Saturday morning I played at the National Smithsonian Museum of Black American History, African American History. Sorry.
Wow.
And that was at 11 a.m. And then I did the Takoma Porch Festival at 3 p.m. And, here we are, 7 a.m., 8 a.m., whatever time it is.
I just wanted to say, too, that, so if people want to see the Capital Groove Collective, can they go somewhere online?
Yeah, so on Facebook, just look up Capital Groove DC.
DC, okay.
Or on Instagram or on Twitter.
And then you've got 120 videos you've created on YouTube or something?
My personal video channel is crazy. I try and upload one video a week, but at the moment...
Wait a second, I just got to pause here. One video a week of you performing.
It could be of me performing. It could be of an interview. It could be of I don't even know. I'm just always trying to do stuff.
Social media. What's amazing. That's amazing.
I mean, what I was going to say is I try to do it once a week. Sometimes it's twice because I'm always doing stuff.
Sometimes it's twice.
You young people, it's amazing what you can do.
Yeah.
So we're going to play another one off Taking Flight, and you mentioned our mutual friend Eli Lev.
Yeah.
He's been on the program before. And you guys go way back and have done some...
So, we met at the Smithsonian Folklife Festival, which we both performed at. Actually, the mayor, Muriel Bowser, tweeted about us and put us on her website as well.
Wow.
So that was exciting. So we met there, we performed Stand By Me together, and then I kind of bullied him with love and hugs for like a couple of weeks to be my friend. and now we just can't really get rid of each other. So this song was about a toxic relationship that I was dabbling with. Yeah. And I
good fodder for a song, right?
Right. But I had written this chorus, this double chorus type thing, and I was like, I don't even know where to go from this because I mean it's a very one-sided chorus. Eli, homie, call me up, let's do this together. So he was able to bring some balance to the song and just give the male perspective of, this is a toxic relationship with both male and female. How can we do this fairly, equally? And so tumbling is what we came up with. And I really like this song.
Well, let's hear that one now. It's Emma G.
Yeah.
Along with our friend.
And let me
Eli
just say a big thank you to Eli because he introduced us to Emma G. And Eli Lev is E-L-I and then L-E-V, like Victor. And you can go. He's got YouTube and he's on Facebook and Instagram. So yeah.
Okay. Comments. Let's see. We've got. Okay, so Mark, who is my partner, said it's special seeing the off-air banter. We read that. Aaron said, "Are you busking for?" We read that. South Africa for the win. Jane, who's Kiwi, she's wonderful. Says, "Woohoo, lady! Max and I are watching during a school drop-off. I hope you're driving safely." Oh yeah, Chip. You know Chip Pie.
No,
He's instrumental as a photographer and what's the word? Just person that's involved with the go-go scene in DC. He used to photograph the Chuck Brown Band all the time.
Oh, wait, I met a guy.
He's wonderful. He's very funky and very eccentric.
I think does he have bands played at his house?
Yes.
Yeah, I met him, yeah.
So he just commented saying, you played the Arden as well. So if we can talk about that, that'd be great.
Oh, and I met you at the Kensington Day of the Book when we had a tent for the radio station.
You
You
guys should talk when you're back on the air. You should talk a little bit about the feedback you're getting on Facebook.
Yeah, totally. Carol says, "Cool man." Mark sent a love heart. Dan says, "Spread more love." Stephen says, "I love you," and Dan said, "Eli." Cool.
I gotta plug my
Thanks for being so
Know to charge it.
wonderful. Wonderful.
So
So this is Eli doing his smooth vocals right now.
What are you doing?
My computer. I've never heard this before.
No.
Okay, maybe you guys can come together and perform this.
Yeah, I'm sure
Or
we can
whatever.
do that. Eli is also part of the Capital Group Collective.
I was going to ask.
So, we've got about 9 musicians who are involved at the moment. So Eli Lev, we've got Robert Axe, The Experience. He's phenomenal. He's a
We don't know many music. That's what I'm trying to get.
I got you. And then we've got the Yellow Tie Guy, Daniel Hill, who is known as the Yellow Tie Guy. He's a very
Is he in DC?
yeah, but he's very hardworking. He also works with Wera doing DC Music Rocks.
Oh, okay.
Which is cool. But he does shows all over the place. And we've got Griffin and the Flying V. We've got Silence Echoes. We've got DJ Alpine. We've got Gifford Jones or Music Gift, and we've got Janelle Dahlia. Looking for more women.
We are. Well, I'm gonna have to get you to write this down or email me or text me.
I got you. I got you.
Yay! I'm just seeing if I could put you on our page here because if you put
It won't work on this until after I've posted
uploaded it. Okay, right. Okay, got it. Maybe I'll just post that we're on this now. I shared it though.
Yeah, it's fine.
If I shared it while it's live, we could post it on.
Totally.
Okay. Hey, Michael, are you using your phone? Can you take a picture of us and put it up? And I'll put it up if you want. Are you busy?
Yeah.
Don't act like you don't love a bad guy. This is why I'm like, you can tell that I'm tired because I'm singing the male part.
Yeah. How much time do we have?
A minute and a half.
Okay. I'm going to try to remember. I must be able to shoot from this, right?
You want me to
take
to write something? We're done?
Do you want a still picture?
Yeah.
You guys?
You want to start live videos?
This is the net.
Oh wow, it's really fun.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Does this work?
Starting camera?
That's like the equivalent of an 85-year-old man. I think that
An 85-year-old what?
An 85-year-old man.
Oh wow.
That's what it's equivalent.
Oh, it's
That's aggressive.
Physically, yeah.
No, it's wanting to upload. Maybe we can
What do you want me to take a picture on? Just Instagram or something?
Yeah.
Take a picture, period.
Yeah. Let me try putting it on this.
Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Actually, you can move your microphone a little bit. That's good. So you ready? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. There.
Cool.
Thank you.
30
You gotta
seconds.
have the good photo angles. Otherwise.
30 seconds. You guys want to talk a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can talk over this bit because it's just the same
Do you
thing.
want to introduce? Do you want to introduce her?
Or you can.
Okay.
I got to do a couple things. All right.
And good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. You got to be happy if you're listening right now because we've got Emma G.
Hey.
Hey, she's a DC musician. She's been here 4 years, but she's been all over the
3
place.
years.
3 years.
3
I'm
years.
sorry, 3 years. And
2.5
she's gotten to
years
the
in
White
DC.
House. She's gotten to LA's Viper Room, and across the street, Whiskey A Go Go, and the Mint, and
I've done some tours.
120 videos on YouTube. I mean, you're not even like 60 years old. I mean, you're this
I'm not 60.
beautiful
I'm
young
54.
woman. Yeah, exactly.
No, that's
No,
true.
you're no.
I'm
You're,
not
I miss
you're
the
like
days of being
almost
54.
you're 20 something.
29.
29. Amazing. And you've got
Well, like
an
I like
amazing
to say,
background.
I'm 21 with a few years experience.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, you're like an old soul, I think.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Depends on who you're asking.
Your music is moving and it's beautiful, and
Thank
you've
you.
got. It seems like you have a message in each song.
I tried to be bubblegum for a minute back, when I first started doing music, and I just, for me, because of my life experiences, because of the people that I associate with and hang out with and spend time with, I don't do well with not having meaning behind what I do. Like, if you're going to put something out, you have a voice for a reason, use it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so my whole thing is very much about, if I'm going to write a song, I'm going to damn well make sure it means something to me and connect it with other people, hopefully. And, I'm a huge advocate for Brené Brown and for Amanda Palmer and for, these people who choose to use their voice to connect and inspire vulnerability and inspire, human behavior, because we, especially, and look, I'm as social media, busy as anybody else, but
Social media, you're Emma EMMAG.
music,
Right.
whatever. But but I feel like a lot of the social media that we use, we are very, we use a lot of filters in our life.
Mhm.
Music to me is like unfiltered. This is unapologetically who I am, what I'm about. Listen to me, feel me, and maybe you can feel something for yourself,
Mhm.
and we can start looking at breaking down these barriers that we've created for ourselves in society.
Yeah, I
Is
think
that like,
No,
does that make sense?
yes, it makes sense, and you're really changing you're changing people's lives. I mean, you're touching people's lives, and sometimes people don't have the words for it because they're too traumatized or they just can't process things, and then they turn on a radio or YouTube or Spotify, or you're on all these, and more. You can actually support you through Patreon.
Yes.
The website. It's patreon.com, and then go to /Emma, and then G, and then music, which is amazing. I saw that, but like you really can, help somebody so they know they're not alone. Inspire. You've got the metoo movement and the Time's Up movement, and your
The Equality Matters movement.
and you're so right now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's these are historic changes that are happening from they're just bubbling up, and your music speaks to that, and it's also just beautiful music. And you've got a beautiful background.
Thank you.
I read that the fastest growing population in the United States isn't Hispanics or people. Some people are worried. The people that want to stay white, which is crazy. Think that but it's really the fastest growing population is people who are mixed. That is the fastest,
of course.
And then hopefully, the more we integrate, we will. That'll change too. That'll change.
I think it's an interesting thing. I've read in some science journal somewhere that the more diversity one has in their blood, the stronger they are genealogically.
Yeah.
I think the royal family in England can be proof for you of the opposite.
You can look at dog breeding too and see, when something's been bred too much that
right.
It needs to be. Yeah, you need a mix.
Yeah, but look, we're all people at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what color, creed, diversity or not. Like you are, it's at the end of the day we just need to go. In my opinion, we just need to go back to the principles of humanity.
Yes.
If you're religious, the principles of your religion of just love one another, treat thy neighbor as you would want to be treated yourself.
Exactly.
And if you're spiritual, what you put out comes back threefold.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd much rather be that person that puts out positivity, love, and light, rather than the alternative.
Yeah. And you can do that no matter what happens to you.
Yeah.
And you've been through stuff in your life.
We've all been through stuff.
Yeah, we have.
But yeah.
But to come out the other side and make beautiful music.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you've been at the White House and you've been at these amazing venues, and you also, will give music free, on the street. You'll change people's days.
I mean, sometimes I do request high fives. I'm not gonna lie. High fives are important to me. They make the world go round. But.
Yeah. So you're gonna go take a little bit of a break. You're going to travel a bit, and then when can we see you again if somebody wants to see you?
Well, actually, my first, today kind of is a break. Yesterday I went to the zoo with my partner and his mum for Mother's Day, which was great. But tonight I'm playing at Trist in Anna's Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
And tomorrow...
That's a nice place.
Yeah, I love Trist. And then tomorrow night I'm playing at Vienna at a bar called The Black Squirrel. And then I may be playing at a pop-up shop called Femme Fatale later this week, and then I'm out of the country for two and a half weeks, and I come back and I'm doing a showcase at the Author Incubator, which is a fantastic organisation supporting women-owned and women-operated, but it supports authors of all ages, creeds, ethnicities, genders, whatever, and telling their story and being their authentic selves. So that's really exciting, and then I've got a zillion other things coming up this month. But yeah, you can check it all out on my Facebook. My website is currently down, but it should be back up in the next couple of days.
Well, I've learned so much by talking to you. And, you're filling me in on DC stuff that I didn't know.
That's what it's all about, though. Keeping in touch, keeping connected.
Yeah.
And feeding your soul on the arts that this wonderful city provides. And, we're trying to do what we can with the collective and with other collectives that are sort of forming and relationships that are forming to just help people feel safe and feel connected to themselves and to each other.
Well, thank you so much for coming on our show. And this has been amazing. We're going to definitely have you come back.
I would love that.
And you're going to bring a guitar, and we're going to hear you sing.
And I may bring Eli Lev.
We'll
see.
I would love it.
He's not a good morning person, but we'll see.
He showed up for us.
Pretty cheerful.
He was.
That's good.
Yeah.
He was great.
Coffee does wonders.
Yeah. And, anybody who's listening at TakomaRadio.org or on 94.3 FM, tune in, go to Emma's Facebook page. You can see us by behind the scenes. And you can go to Deborah Jaffe Facebook, and I have shared her video. It was such a pleasure. You were a dynamo. You're like a little hurricane, tornado of love and talent and
you're not
beauty.
the first person to call me a tornado, and I am not upset.
Okay, good. First, I was thinking in my head, what could I say? It's like
Well,
a Tasmanian devil, but that's not good either.
That's Australian.
Yeah, that's Australia. I know, Tasmania.
But there's also, do you have the Energizer Bunny in this
Oh,
country?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been compared to that a few times.
But you're more than just like him hitting the little, his little drum. I mean, you're a tornado. You're a beautiful, I've never thought of a tornado. It's like a beautiful, magical thing. That's what you are.
Thank you.
We love you, Emma. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Safe travels, and I can't wait to see you perform live again.
We'll catch up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace.
It's 9 a.m. You're listening to WOWDLP Tacoma Park.
Awesome.
Wowza.
Very
Thanks,
good.
friends.
Oh my God,
Trace gave a
amazing.
thumbs up. We're good. Okay, cool.
We love her.
That's done for today. It's my Monday morning
That's your
jam.
Monday morning. Take a nap.
Yeah. Mark.
We
So
should
Mark
autograph
and
this.
I, we just recently binge watched Scandal, and there was this thing about basically if you meet a woman and she's a tornado, it doesn't matter how much of a tornado she is. If she loves you, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Because whatever. And so he's just like, ha ha ha, tornado.
I've never used that word as describing a woman, but I'm having a mini
You
tornado.
guys mind going out right there?
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Please.
you have to concentrate.